here because jewelry is the name of the game today. And you know, making your own jewelry is such a popular craft right now. And today we are lucky enough to have a designer who started the whole trend of wire wrapping jewelry.
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, you're going to love this. They call her the fire behind the wire.
The fire behind the wire.
You know what, Steph, what she really did is she took the artistic wire to the next level. Juliana Hudgens, a very good friend of mine, which we also call Jules.
Jules
is the leader
jewelry.
in wire jewelry. I love this,
that's
Jules.
Sweet.
And welcome, by the way. She's
I know, this is so great. What a wonderful
New
thing.
Jersey.
Yeah, from Jersey.
Good, welcome.
Jersey. She needs a quarter for her daughter. I've never worked with this before, so you're going to have to really treat me like I'm like totally novice about this.
And that's cool.
Both of us, actually,
okay.
because you know what, this is something that we have to show what you've created, first of all, out of the wire. These pieces are unbelievable.
And you know what, you can really take it from very simple, you know, basic, to a couple of steps, to, yes, to the extreme. And I would say that this piece right here, this is my power piece.
Look at this.
So this is the one that I wear when I really want to say, you know what, all is well. And this is my piece, and you know, it just makes me feel. Well, you know what? This was one of the last pieces that I made on the airplane before 9/11. That's why it has such special memory as well and meaning.
Yeah.
So you know, it didn't really take all that long, but it was my little thing that I did.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so special. But you know, there are pieces like this one that I whipped up last night in probably 20 minutes.
I see, that's what I love. She just whipped it up. Don't you love that? She just whipped it up.
Yeah. I can relate to that last minute, like whipping it up thing. Yeah.
So, you know, so there are really intricate, detailed, you know, things that you can do, but then there are, I love this. This is so precious right here. If you have a little girl.
Oh, how cute is that?
I mean, isn't that sweet?
Okay, so let's start with the tools, because that is always, you know, the basics of basics. So these are all the tools that you use, and they're easy to find?
Well, they're definitely easy to find, and what I want to say is if you're working on the minimum and you just want to get what you really need to get started, go with a pair of good wire cutters.
Little nippers.
Make sure that they fit in your hand. Go with a pair of round nose pliers.
Oh, sorry, I was covering those shots.
And nylon jaw pliers. Okay, well, nylon jaw pliers are going to be, they're essential. You cannot do wire working without nylon jaw pliers. What you're going to do is they're going to remove the kinks.
It's nylon jaw? Is
nylon
that
It
jaw.
straightens out the kinks.
Right.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm really a California girl, but I've been living in Jersey too
but I
long,
made
so I think the
another
accent comes out.
I don't know these tools. It's like, okay.
So you're going to take your nylon jaw pliers.
Okay.
They straighten the wire, they remove the kinks, and they harden the wire. Because this is a copper wire, so it's soft.
Okay.
And you can actually do that. So these are imperative.
Here's what I'm dying to know, because I have one of these gizmos and I never took it out of the box. I don't even know how to use it. It's how we curl,
well,
right?
what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the rods that comes with the kit. Yes, we're going to do a little dance. And then we're going to make a really cool chunky monkey. So this is 18 gauge wire.
Okay.
The lower the number, the heavier the wire. We're working from the spool.
How low does it go?
Well,
good question, Steph.
well now.
Look at that.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just creating a coil and I'm dancing and I love it. So the longer the coil, the bigger the bead, and the smaller the coil, the shorter the bead. So I'm just going to go.
bead?
Okay, so I'm going to show you. If you take a look at that big guy right there, he's
This
copper
thing right here,
and
this one?
aqua.
Okay.
That is a finished wire bead.
Okay.
All right.
Which I think is kind of important to point out there, because we just saw two colors. The artistic wire that you're using comes in a whole bunch of colors.
It comes in a ton of colors. You can
can't-
get it from gauge 10 all the way up to 36.
How cool is that?
So this is the coil. Now I've already got one started right here for the right length. I'm going to take a second color, same gauge. I'm going to slide that coil that we just created so that its tail is up. Let it fall. We're going to put the rod right back into the little handle there.
Does it matter which hole or?
Well, yes,
oh, that's
because
on
it's not
how
gonna,
thick it is.
It won't fit in the right.
Okay.
So look at that tiny little guy. Look at how tiny of a bead you can make.
Oh, do you see this right here? Can you get that, JC, right there? So the smaller the little tool,
Smaller
to
the
spin
rod,
it,
smaller the bead.
the smaller the wrapping thing.
this
Oh,
is-
you
Now-
call it a bead.
I call it a wire bead.
Okay.
All right, so here's the magic.
Okay,
I don't
you
want
gotta
you to
see
miss
this, you
this.
guys. Okay.
All
Check
right,
this
so
out.
what I did was I did
wrap it
step
around.
one all over again, but I made that coil shorter.
Okay.
I'm going to kiss these two guys up here together, wrap that around the handle, and then here's the fabulous. So, just like a snake, it starts to coil itself up and over the rod. And you see how I'm just holding it with my pincher and my thumb, and then I'm just going to end it with the same size coil as I did in the beginning.
And then how do you cut it?
Take it off, and we're going to untie it.
While you're untying that, tell me, how did you learn to do all this? Where did this come from?
Well, you know what? Between my Portuguese grandmother and my mom, who were just both creative forces in my life, I just always had this creative desire, and it was just something that I was attracted to. I met the owner of Artistic Wire many years ago, and he had big, huge spools of wire, and I was like, oh my lands. You know,
and the spark started flying.
So, yeah, it was so cool.
Those creative personalities, there might be just one kind of element or one texture.
I just want to show real quick, because this is basically
very simple.
What you can do with what you just created, because there's an opening in there, and you just put like a suede cord.
Just a suede cord.
You could put a chain, you could put whatever you want, and just simply that alone can become a piece of jewelry.
And it's perfect. And you know what? I have taught 9-year-olds, 3rd grade students.
Oh, so there's hope for us, Steph.
Well, you know what? I also want to know where else, because I mean, I know you've just scratched the surface. So how can I learn more? Because I might have a new addiction.
Well, I've got amazing projects on my website that you can find through your website, and so there's just a lot of inspiration.
What about classes? I need classes. I'm a class
Well, and I do have an on-air appearance where I'm teaching in early September on Jewelry Television. And so I'm always teaching how to use different things, different wire. I mean, because you can get into dapping with the wire. These are my girlfriend rings, which I'm going to have to make you girls one before I leave the studio.
Yeah.
And this is super easy. This is with 16 gauge.
But I wanted to show this too, Jules, because it's really not
fun.
It's not just about jewelry. Your mom made this.
Mom made this basket.
Oh,
how cute is that?
Isn't that crazy?
Right? I mean,
you could do it with your paper crafting, home decor, fashion.
You said Portuguese mom?
My dad's Portuguese, but my Portuguese grandmother raised, helped to raise us. I know.
I love this. I love this.
Isn't that fun?
Fabulous, fabulous.
Yeah, so it's really inspiring. So many, and it's very easy. You just need to flow with the wire and have fun with it.
With the wire.
And make chunky monkeys. Yeah, she's got all kinds of weird
monkeys, and there's kissing and everything.
Juliana will be on the Jewelry Television Network September 9th and 10th. And of course, for more information, you can always visit sonoranliving.com. Thank you so much, Jules. It was so good to see you.
Nice to meet you and play.
We'll stick around, because coming up after the break, we're stepping into the Stone Creek Kitchen with Chef Laura for some lessons on